Okay, welcome to Inside the Book. I'm Dan Kostowski. This is Jason Foster. We run Voltbets, and we're just going to go through this weekend's upcoming betting discussions and events. Super Rugby is on a pause. We had quite an interesting week last week. Certainly, we'll make for some interesting games coming up after the international tours. But let's kick off with those international tours. We've got New Zealand at minus 15.5, Australia against Wales at minus 6.5, South Africa at minus 7.5. Where's some of the money going?
Well, South Africa is probably the most interesting one.
Yeah.
We priced up at 7.5.
Yeah.
And a flood of money for England at plus 7.5.
Yeah.
Changed it to 6.5. Then the overseas bookmakers mostly came out at 8.
Yeah.
So everybody jumped on the minus 6.5 South Africa. So we're back to 7.5.
Yeah. I also noticed there was quite a bit of betting also after that Australia-Scotland game. I think people were just
money's come for the plus on
100%.
the New Zealand game and the Australia game.
Junior under 20s, we're trading all of those games live. How's the betting going on that?
Amazing amount of money's coming on those games live.
All during the workday.
Yeah. Monday afternoon. The second set is Friday, and then next week Tuesday.
Okay. Favorites?
New Zealand are very short favourites.
Yeah.
4.5 to 10, I think they are. South Africa looked like they had a chance, but they're up to 14 to 1 now after their shocking performance.
It's tough for the home team.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears to Euro 2012. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. Outrights right now: Spain at 5-2, Germany at 3-1, the Dutch at 7-1, England and France both sitting at 11-1. Money's currently coming in on both the Dutch and the Germans. I think that people are quite bullish about them. Maybe not such a good price for Spain. Top goal scorer, Van Persie, 8-1, Benzema, 15-1, and Ronaldo, 11-1, are taking most of the cash. Gomez at 15-1 as well. And then the first games kick off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Poland versus Greece. Poland's 17-20, Greece is 3-1. And then Saturday we've got a big game, Germany versus Portugal. Germany's 9-10, Portugal's 27-10. And Spain and Italy play on Sunday. Spain's short favorites, 13-20. Italy at 18-5. Italy's in a mess of match fixing and those types of things. So I can imagine that people are piling in on Spain.
Yeah, lots of money for the favourites.
Yeah.
And obviously the multiples.
Yeah, without
across all the favourites, but it's a very competitive tournament.
Yeah, I think it was 2004 Greece won, and I think pre-tournament they were 80-1, something along those lines. So yeah, that odd upset that certainly does occur. Shift gears to French Open. We've got semifinals now. We've got Stosur versus Arani and Kvitova versus Sharapova. Where's the betting?
Sharapova favourite, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the money also is on Stosur. We had Crystal Arnold actually predict a Stosur Sharapova final. And I think Sharapova will go number one.
She'll go number one if she just makes the final.
100%. On the men's side, it's been relatively predictable for the past probably 3 or 4 years, except for David Ferrer has now beaten Andy Murray to make it to the semifinals. But he is 7-1 to beat Nadal, and Nadal's a short 1-14, and I think I can imagine all the money's probably on Nadal.
Yeah, and for the tournament, very short.
And for the tournament, yeah. Novak's playing Roger Federer. Djokovic is 5-10. Roger Federer at 29-20, and you're never going to find a Federer price like that. So if you're a Federer fan, by all means, pile in.
And 10-1 for the tournament.
And Federer's 10-1 for the tournament. That's exactly right. He's got to beat Nadal or Novak and then Nadal. So decent prices out there that people are actually piling in on.
Yeah.
And that wraps up this weekend's betting for the weekend.